Hey, I was thinking about this idea where, Ash Wednesday is coming up. It's March 2nd. We'll have an Ash Wednesday service at our church, and um, we're going to be moving into the season that we call Lent. We're Protestants. We go back to the 1500s, right? When people sort of had some problems with the Roman Catholic Church, and at the time, there were some, I would say, problems. I think most Catholics today would probably agree with me. There were some problems with the church at that time, and the church sort of. I don't really want to say split because the people who were there, they were called reformers because they want to see some things change. And it's been unfortunate, but I was looking at it recently, and every 500 years, about the church goes through a period of reformation. It happened around 500, it happened around 1000, it happened around 1500, and guess what? What year we're around? Around the year 2000, right? And there's this period, sometimes it's like two generations of reformation where the church changes, and I think we might be in the midst of one. It'll be interesting. I'll have to ask our grandkids when I see them in the new creation what this reformation looked like. I don't know exactly. But all that to say, I know that there are Protestants who hear the word Lent, who hear these things and they think, "Oh, that sounds too traditional. That sounds a little too Catholic-y," or these are words and phrases I hear. But they're not. They can be done poorly, for sure. Mardi Gras and Carnival are two of the greatest parties in the world, and they happen, because of Fat Tuesday, the day before Ash Wednesday. The idea is to get it all in and get all your inhibitions out and do whatever you want to do, because then you're going to move into a season of repentance, of fasting, of Lent. I think that's probably a misunderstanding of how it works. I think it's good to think of this season this way. We are typically a people, all humans. Doesn't matter, what our position is, or what our thinking, or what our religion even. We're people that tend, if we believe in anything else out there, a higher power or whatever, we tend to do what I call bargaining, right? We tend to think there's this trade off. If there's a God, then he'll give me what I want if I, follow the rules, or if I um, pray, or if I do whatever I do, then I get something. And the Christian religion is a little different than that, if we're honest and if we understand it. It's built around the concept that God owes us nothing, but yet gives us everything. And there's no way we can earn or bargain or trade, but rather we come to him. We recognize our own inability to ever really measure up to what his standard might be, and we recognize what we call his grace, his goodness to us, in spite of us, not because of us. And really, that's what that season's about. Lent is a period of time set aside by early Christians every year where we will come to him and say, "Wow, we're just not worthy of your goodness." Now, some people choose to fast from something. Some people choose to take something out of their life for a period of time to remind themselves of their need. That's really what that's about. Um, Sometimes they might add something in. Throughout the season of Lent, I will, you know, take a walk every day and pray as I walk around the block. Or throughout the season of Lent, I'll, read my Bible every day. Or maybe I'll read a devotional book or something. Sometimes we take something out, sometimes we put something in. Both ways, I think, are good ways for us to remember and remind ourselves not that this is a season that we can get what we want from God, but rather a season where we can draw closer to Him, which is really what it's about, right? I think that's one of the misconceptions that we humans desperately need to work on in us, is reminding ourselves that what we really need is not things from God, but God Himself. beauty of the Christian religion is that God becomes man to be close to us, to know us, to rescue us even from our very selves. That's his goodness at work. And I think if we can begin to think rightly about that, it might help us. So anyway, during this season, our church, Bismarck Community Church, we're gonna think about these things, and maybe, and that's up to you if you're a part of us or want to be. Maybe think about what you'd like to take away or add into your life through this period of time to see if maybe you find yourself drawing a little closer to God. That's what it's really about. I hope you'll take advantage of that time. Follow us. We'll be sending out some updates and links and things that you can connect to and ways that you might find that. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it answers some questions you might have. As always, if you have other questions or anything you need, please feel free to let me know.